as a YouTuber, as a content creator, hell, as an American, as someone who has a love for my fellow human beings, as a human, I feel a responsibility to use the platform I have and the influence I have, as little as it might be, to promote content creators and people who are doing good work in this world. And I believe we all do. I'm just fortunate enough, lucky enough to do what I do and have the reach that I do. And I want to talk about people who used my studio to record a podcast. A lot of you tell me that I'm too critical of Christianity, that I need to lay off a little bit, and you act like I'm anti-religion. And that's just not the case. I'm anti-religion that intends to harm others, that intends to claw back rights that are hard fought after generation and generation and generation and generation of Americans. And this podcast that used our studio here is the Convocation Unscripted, which is hosted by friend of my podcast, I Doubt It, Robert P. Jones, who is the founder and president of the Public Religion Research Institute and the author of 3 books that you really should check out: The End of White Christian America, White Too Long, The Legacy of White Supremacy in American Christianity, and his latest book, which is now available in paperback, The Hidden Roots of White Supremacy and the Path to a Shared American Future. It's also co-hosted by Kristen Dumais, a book you may have heard of, Jesus and John Wayne, Jamar Tisby, The Spirit of Justice, and Diana Butler Bass, among many, many books written, Freeing Jesus. These folks are academics, they are scholars, they are experts in their fields of religion and white Christian nationalism. And I would, go subscribe to their YouTube channel, but also check out their podcast. And I'll put a link below to an episode of I Doubt It with Robert P. Jones recently, and you should check that out. I think we all have a responsibility to spread good information, to spread decency, to spread empathy, to have this be what goes viral, not the sludge that we trudge through on a daily basis. That was enough. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's talk about Jimmy Kimmel. Speaking of promoting things that don't need promoted, maybe, Jimmy Kimmel last night during his monologue did something brilliant. Among other things, very funny, but brilliant is what I want to hone in on. And it is using Melania to roast Donald Trump, using Donald Trump's wife as a mechanism to highlight the bad policy that he brings with him. Not just the fascism, not just the authoritarianism, not just the selfishness and self-absorption, but also the real policy difference that is dangerous in this particular case. It's very funny, and it goes into the grifting and the nonsense and her book and a bunch of other stuff, but watch this and appreciate what was done here.
Tomorrow, at long last, is the official release of Melania Trump's new book. It's Melania. Many interesting insights. For instance, she writes, Donald, to this day, calls my personal doctor to check in on my health, to ensure that I am okay and that they are taking perfect care of me. That's sweet. How adorably controlling. She also calls his doctor to ask, how much longer already? There are a lot of fun HIPAA violations in her book, but the nugget that's getting the most attention is Melania's stance on abortion, which she discussed over the weekend on Fox News.
I believe in individual freedom. I want to decide what I want to do with my body. I think I don't want government in my personal business.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Melania's book is number 5 on Amazon. Donald is selling sneakers and crypto and digital trading cards and coins and watches with his name on it. The Trumps are making out like bandits on this election. No former president has ever been more industrious about fleecing his supporters than Donald Trump. But he's not the first president to do it. In fact, men on cash cashing in is a tradition that goes back almost 200 years.
My fellow Americans, today I have something incredible to share. I herewith announce the launch of the Lincoln coin. It's a beautiful coin, handcrafted from the finest copper, a true symbol of our nation's greatness, guaranteed to increase in value. That I can tell you bigly. These gorgeous pennies can be yours for a sum of only $19.99. And if you buy 3, we will include a bonus gift, a little piece of the stovepipe hat I wore in the Lincoln-Douglas debate, wherewith I slaughtered Stephen A. Douglas, whom I call Sloppy Steve because he's a corpulent pig. And speaking of pigs, why not purchase a rash of my new Abraham? Everyone loves it. In the North, the South, the good people on both sides love Abraham. They call me Honest Abe because I have all the finest products. Like these, my patented Emancipation, 100% machine-picked cotton short shorts with the number 16 on the back, in honor of your favorite president. They look great and gives one the feeling of leisure and freedom. But don't take it from me, take it from world-famous actor, and nothing else, John Wilkes Booth. Sic semper stylish. Thanks, JWB. As I always say, if these pants don't make your day, you can shoot me during a play.
Seize the moment and get your Lincoln coin, honey-baked Abraham, and Emancipants today. Order all 3 and receive a handsome 4-score-and-7 years ago tank top.
I'm abolishing slavery.
I love the we'll address the Abe Lincoln thing here first, but I appreciate the juxtaposition. It really does show, like, it's one thing to say, imagine if Joe Biden were to do this. Imagine if another president were to grift this hard like this. It's so gross and weird. It's another thing to see an actor playing Abe Lincoln and just realizing how ridiculous it is that Donald Trump is hawking all kinds of weird products with his stupid face and name on them. It's weird. But more importantly is the aspect of Melania Trump's own words about abortion, about a critically important issue in this election cycle that Republicans are running away from. They are running away from their own opinions, their own previously held views on this issue, because now they are realizing it's a detriment in this election that the vast majority of Americans do not line up, aren't in lockstep with them relative to that particular issue, because they have a draconian, regressive outlook. They want to rule women with an iron fist, like Donald Trump talks about. They truly believe that a woman should take on punishments, should be punished, should have prison sentence if she seeks an abortion, if she gets an abortion. That abortion doctors, providers of this necessary health care, should be criminally punished. And now they're running away from it because normal, regular, everyday Americans, even Republican ones, don't want it. Anyway, good on Jimmy Kimmel. Appreciate it very much. Remember to check out the Convocation Unscripted with Robert P. Jones and friends. And if you have any comments about this, I welcome them in the comments below. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you want to do more than communicate and you'd like to help support the work, help me produce these videos, click on the join button below. For $2 a month, you can become a channel member. That is not subscribing. It's different than subscribing. It'll cost you money. Subscribing's free. Anyway, you can also go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. You can follow me on social media if you like a miserable life on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.